3 weeks ago, I thought my life was steady. Not perfect, not movie romantic, but solid. My wife Sienna and I had our routines: brunch on Sundays, Netflix on Tuesdays, silly road trips with her friends. I didn't mind being the only guy at her book club or driving her crew around as they sang off-key. I just wanted her happy, and that was enough for me. Then, during a lunch break at work, everything changed. My buddy Lucas messaged me, "Bro, you need to see this." It was a TikTok. Sienna, laughing with her friends at a rooftop bar, was asked to rate me as a husband. I expected a teasing joke, maybe a 7, but he leaves his socks everywhere. Instead, she grinned and said, "Honestly, probably the most hideous man I've ever been with. Emotionally too, just embarrassing." And then, for good measure, "But he does my taxes, so I kept him around." Her friends howled with laughter, and I sat there surrounded by the smell of microwaved leftovers and burnt coffee, watching my marriage collapse in real time. Comments, likes, tags. My humiliation was going viral. I watched the video again and again, hoping I'd misheard, but no, that was my wife of 3 years, casually destroying me for entertainment. I couldn't go home that night, couldn't face her, or pretend I was just a punchline in her life, so I disappeared. Motel, burner bag, phone off. For days, Sienna's messages piled up. Texts, calls, voicemails, pleading, apologizing, worrying. I ignored them all. I crashed at Lucas and Mina's place, moving like a ghost through my own life. It took a week before I went back to the apartment to grab some mail and clothes, convinced Sienna would be gone. Instead, I found her on the doorstep, mascara streaked, hair a mess, crying like her whole world had ended. She begged me to listen, said she was drunk, pressured by friends, that she never meant it, but I'd heard enough. I stepped past her, collected my things, and left. Mina, ever the therapist, suggested a relationship autopsy. As we mapped out the years, I saw the pattern. Sienna had always minimized me, called me boring, rolled her eyes at my interests, cropped me out of photos, never really let me be myself. I realized I'd made myself smaller just to fit her version of a husband. The worst part, the TikTok wasn't an accident. A week later, I got messages from a guy named Jonah, screenshots from Sienna's group chat with her friends. They'd planned the whole thing. Sienna wanted out, but didn't want to be the bad guy. She'd humiliate me in public so I'd disappear, and she could play the victim. That hurt more than anything. For days, I replayed every moment, every laugh, every slight, wondering how I'd missed it all. But slowly, something shifted. I wasn't just heartbroken. I was angry and then determined. I rebuilt, changed my number, blocked her everywhere, started hitting the gym again, picking up old hobbies, finally took that software certification I'd put off for years. I went to therapy. For the first time, I started thinking about what I wanted. A month after the video, I sat across from Sienna in a coffee shop. She played the part: soft voice, tears, favorite dress. She apologized, begged for another chance. I showed her the screenshots, watched her face change as she realized I knew everything. I told her I was done, that I wasn't her guy anymore, and I left, for good. It took time. But I made new friends, found people who saw me for who I really was. I got a new job, made my own space, and stopped living for someone else's approval. Sometimes, betrayal isn't the end, it's the beginning. Sienna thought she was ending my story. She was really just giving me the chance to start my own. Now, every sunrise feels like proof. I'm not her punchline or her tax guy. I'm me, and that's enough.